For today's video, we're going to look at gravy fast stands made by Homer Laughlin. Not every Homer Laughlin line had a gravy fast stand. In fact, most of them did not. We don't see a gravy fast stand in dinnerware assortments until Hudson, which was introduced in 1908. And here's an example of a Hudson gravy fast stand. So we have the bowl with an attached liner, all fired together into one piece. There's the marking from 1915, and we have an air vent. So that's to allow the air to escape from the two joined pieces during firing. So all of your shapes prior to Hudson, all those fancy embossed shapes, the ironstone shapes, you're not going to find a gravy fast stand in the assortment. You usually find a sauce boat like this, the handle that you can pour, or a covered sauce dish. Hudson had all three, a gravy boat, the gravy fast stand, and a covered sauce dish. So you had three options. But this is the Hudson sauce boat. We have another Hudson gravy fast stand. This one's from 1921, but it does not have the little air vent. So whether it has it or not is not a big deal. Now some of the lines that followed, Hudson had them. The next ones were Niagara and Genesee. Niagara and Genesee are essentially the same shape, except Niagara has a little bit of an embossed line to it. So this is Genesee. There's the back stamp from 1914, and we have the little air vent. Pattern G271. Then Empress in 1913, and there were two Empress gravy fast stands. We have the handled version and the one without handles, which is somewhat unusual. This is the only shape that does this. So here's one with the bluebird decoration. There's your little side handles. And this one is from 1921. And here's the version without the handles. Typical border decal that you see on Empress and Quaker. This one is also from 1921. Then we get towards 1916 when Republic is introduced. We have the Republic gravy fast stand. 1921. Republic gravy fast stands are a little more difficult to find. Next, Quaker. Oh, I can't read that too well. I think that's about 19... probably 26 or so. Floral decal and gold stamps. Here's another Quaker version. Again, floral decals and gold stamps, 1930. Yellowstone, the octagon shape. This is the Rosetta pattern. (1927). So after Hudson, the lines that follow, like Genesee, Niagara, Empress, Republic, Quaker, and Yellowstone, all of them have them. Then Reed comes to the pottery in the late 1920s, and some of the lines have them and some of them don't. So the first one is Knoll, light yellow depression glaze, 1929. Then Trellis, again with the depression yellow glaze. This is the matinee medallion decal. Again, 1929. Another Trellis version, 1929. The next shape is Old Roman. It does not have a gravy fast stand. Then we get to Wells. We have two to look at. The Wells art glazes. Almost looks like it should take a lid, but it does not. And you'll notice all these previous ones, with the exception of Empress, they're sort of oblong. But when we look at Wells centering jade, they're not. They're either circles or squares. Here's a decaled version of Wells. There's the peacock marking. So those are early 1930s. Then Century, our scalloped square shape, black tulip, peacock marking again, English Garden, early 1930s, and then Jade with its Clair de Lune glaze, another square shape. Then we have Virginia Rose. I think this is VR 152, the red trim Virginia Rose from 1934. Georgian Ivory or Craftsman is next, which was also used in Georgian Eggshell later on in 1940. And this is a Georgian Eggshell version, the lighter weight version. It's from 1942. Nautilus Eggshell would be next, Colonial Kitchen. You see a problem with this one. It got lopsided when it was put together. I'm surprised they actually decorated this one. 1949, I think that says. Yeah. Theme Eggshell. I don't have Theme Eggshell. Swing Eggshell had a covered sauce dish, which is a little unusual in this time period to see a covered sauce dish. You see the notched lid. Sometimes people think that this is a sugar bowl. There's the Swing Eggshell marking from 1940. But after Swing Eggshell, when we have Andover Eggshell, which picks up a lot of pieces from Swing, they went ahead and made a gravy fast stand for Andover Eggshell. And it is marked with a plain eggshell marking. See a little vent hole in this one. The ribbon and star treatment for Carson Wishmaker. There's another version with floral decals. 1941. Then we jump to the late 1940s with Jubilee. So this is our pastel colored line. And this shape was also used as the basis for Debutante, which was a decalware line. 1950. And Skytone and Suntone. Skytone has the blue colored clay. 1953. Suntone has the brown colored clay. Early 50s, though that doesn't have a date code. One thing about these two, you're going to find variations. So here we have a blue bowl with a white saucer. So we have blue on white. You can also have blue on blue. You can have white on blue. Same is true for Suntone. You can find the brown on brown. The last one is Charm House from 1949, 1950. And you can see this one got a little lopsided as well when it was made. In fact, Homer Laughlin did not decorate this with the gold. Pearl China out of East Liverpool did. So this would have been a second. Most of your Charm House gravy fast stands are going to be marked with the C&G China Glass Distributors marking, a special decal marking. And even though there are other lines that use Charm House hollowware, namely Duraprint, it picks up the rhythm sauce boat. It does not use the Charm House gravy fast stand. Now, lines that did not have a pouring gravy boat that followed Charm House did not have attached liners. So just to show a couple examples of those, here's Epicure, which would have a little ladle to go with it. So that's mid-1950s, 1962, we see Orbit. Then later on in the 60s, we have Granada. And in the 70s, we have Hearthside. So these do not have attached liners. There are others like Bristol used a Provincial 36's bowl as a gravy. International has a gravy without an attached liner. But again, there are only 19 basic forms, and here they are again. Hudson, Niagara, Genesee, Empress with its two styles. Republic, Quaker, Yellowstone, Knoll Trellis, Wells Century Jade, Virginia Rose, Georgian Ivory and Georgian Eggshell, Nautilus Eggshell, Theme Eggshell, that's the only one I don't have to show, Andover Eggshell, Jubilee, Debutante, Skytone, and Suntone, and Charm House. So that's going to do it for today.